Hello and welcome to Blackqube Magazine. We are spending the weekend in Berlin and will show you a selection of great gallery shows. It's a mix of German and international artists covering painting, wall-based works, installation and multimedia. For those who are new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll get a reminder each time we post a new video. The first stop of our tour is Max Hetzler Gallery. The gallery shows Bridget an exhibition called Wallworks. It's a comprehensive retrospective of her career. We are seeing 13 compositions that are presented in the generous setting of a converted industrial building. These wallworks form an immersive scene, which is stretching over 2 floors. For Bridget Riley, viewing, observing, looking and focusing are actions that are often misunderstood by the performer. So the challenge of modern art is learning to paint once more and to reinvent painting oneself. She asks, how can we translate seeing into painting? And she takes up a tradition that reaches far back in art history, which is researching the phenomenon of perception. So let's now have a look at Carlier Gebauer Gallery, presenting Brazilian artist Lucia Koch. Lucia Koch creates immersive sculptural and photographic works, as well as installations. These installations shift and reimagine the spaces they inhabit by proposing new relations of scale, occupation, and materiality. Her practice reflects physical and social aspects of urban life and architecture. Lucia Koch transforms public spaces and exhibition venues through the use of large-scale images, translucent material, fabrics, and color-corrective filters. Her subtle and ephemeral interventions create altered states of various sceneries. They are highlighting the differences of perception and materials. Now we are moving over to Berlin-Charlottenburg, one of the city's gallery hubs situated in the western part of Berlin. We are seeing a show of Werner Büttner. Werner Büttner is a German artist known for irony, humor, and ambivalence in his paintings. He reworks motifs of classical modernism and includes linguistic elements, adding commentaries on society and the broader human condition. This exhibition comprises works from a creative period of Werner Büttner of about 40 years and gives an impressive insight into his practice. He's using rapid and coarse brushstrokes, leaving splashes and streaks of paint on the canvas to underline the explosive and immediate nature of his works. We are now moving to the eastern part of Berlin, and you can still see the Soviet-style architecture in this part of the city, which is historically quite interesting. This is Galerie Capitain Petzel. They are showing works by Mary Weatherford and Andrea Baus. These two women met when they were both studying art in New York City. And they recently came up with the idea of presenting a dual presentation with their works in a common installation. Mary Weatherford focuses on stories and themes that are related to her own life and biography. Her stories are hidden in liquid paint. They simmer beneath the surface of the canvas and come to us rather as ruminations of grace and darkness. Andrea Baus negotiates questions of community organizing, non-violent civil disobedience, and the use of aesthetics in service of social justice. Unlike Mary Weatherford, she insists on clear, direct messages that point towards action and citizenry. Some of the key concerns of the show is nature, the environment, climate change, and all the challenges that come along. And we are now at Buchmann Gallery, presenting a show by Jason Martin, a British painter who's best known for his many ways of structuring paint and addressing questions of illusion. Jason Martin sees the process of painting also as a performance. This show is a praise of painting in its pure materiality and all-over sensation. The last stop of our tour is Gallery Thomas Schulte. We are seeing a show called Temptation to Exist by Chilean artist Alfredo Jaar. For over 4 decades, Alfredo Jaar has used photography, film, installation, and multimedia to create works that examine socio-political issues and the ethics of representation. The exhibition is split in 2 parts. One is an installation and a selection of works of around 50 artists who have sought to resist and to change the world since the 1950s. The second part is an installation by Alfredo Jaar himself, based on a quotation of the Stoic philosopher Seneca on how to deal with the state of the world around us. Seneca says, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." The room is entirely drenched in dense red light, building an atmosphere of poetic uncertainty, reflecting the unease of contemporary times.